All right, and welcome back to episode 63 of the Alec Frengos show. This is a sports podcast centered around NBA and NFL, and today I have a special guest joining me for the first time. My father has joined the show, or I have invited him for the first time. Chris Frengos joined the show, and Dad, welcome. I know this is a long-awaited debut. Is there anything you want to say before we start here? We're going to talk about the NFL season so far, 2 weeks through, and I'm going to ask you some questions, and we're going to test your ball knowledge. So what do you have to say?
Well, I appreciate you having me on the show, but I know now you have some true guy on who knows what he's talking about.
Okay, so this should be entertaining for everybody watching. So we're going to start off here with the biggest news of the NFL so far, 2 weeks through. Joe Burrow, turf toe, torn ligaments, placed on IR, out for 3 months. I know you're a huge Joe Burrow fan. I know you think they can make the Super Bowl. You think, correct me if I'm wrong, that besides Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, when healthy, is the second best QB in the NFL, better than Allen and better than Lamar, or no?
In the conversation with those two guys, I would put Josh Allen there and Lamar there, yes, but Joe Burrow is the best pure pocket passer in NFL, by far.
Okay, so with this injury, the Bengals start 2-0 for the first time in 4 years. And then this brutal injury happens to the franchise of the Bengals. If Jake Browning can keep this team afloat, say he's out for 3 months, which would be 12 games, say 11 with a bye week. Say he comes back week 14, and the Bengals are floating around 6 to 7 wins. I don't mean to say that on purpose, by the way. And they've got, let's say, 5 games left. You think Joe Burrow can come back off a turf toe and win out for the Bengals and they make a run to the playoffs, or do you think the season's over for the Bengals?
First of all, let me start off by saying it's embarrassing that the Bengals organization has probably one of the, like I said before, pure pocket passer in the NFL. And guys he reminds me of is like guys in the pocket like Joe Montana, Tom Brady, those kind of guys, okay? And they didn't beef up that offensive line, get this man some protection. He has all the weapons up front, okay? T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, they're awesome. Like, they have so many weapons. It's a shame. And I think, personally, to get to the playoffs, yes, they got to go 500 when he's out. So I have 6, 7 wins, 8 wins maybe. But go get a quarterback. We've talked about this before, Alec. Go get Kirk Cousins. Go get someone who's playoff tested, ready to play for you, and can actually utilize the weapons they have. Like, they're not, like, you can't just sit back and say Browning's our guy. He's not your guy. He's not good enough. The division is so strong. You gotta split every game now, every series with every team in your division. You have to.
You gotta play the Ravens twice. You gotta play the Steelers twice. Even the Browns, you beat them week 1, but they're not a tough out because it's a divisional game. So I totally agree. But you would say, following that question, if Joe Burrow comes back, do you think Jake Browning can get them 4 to 5 wins when Joe Burrow's out for 11-ish games?
No, he's not good enough.
You don't think
they
so?
got lucky to win last week in Jacksonville. They're lucky. But going forward, they have the weapons to go. And Joe Burrow comes back as long as his foot is healthy. As we talked to our friend, that doctor today, like, he's healthy and can go. He'll be fine. His arm's not going to be disabled. He might be a little bit rusty, but the guy's a pure passer. Come on. And they are KC's kryptonite. They're probably Buffalo's kryptonite.
Yeah, they destroyed the Bills.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to see, in my lifetime watching football, and I know you guys are younger than me, but what I've experienced in my life is you want to see awesome matchups. Like, back in my day, it'd be the Cowboys and the 49ers, the Bills, the Denver Broncos playing each other, the Steelers playing the Broncos. Like, you want to see these things. Like, Joe Burrow's a premier. You want to see him in that situation. You don't want him to see him get hurt and this happens, but it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a really good point. To move on from that, I just want to talk about here the Kansas City Chiefs. They start off 0-2. They play the Giants on Sunday Night Football. What is your take on the Chiefs? Are they done? Do they have a chance to win the Super Bowl? Give me your whole statement on the Chiefs.
Okay.
Are they done?
The Chiefs are arguably the best team in the last 3 years, okay? They're not done by any stretch of the means. But again, I look back at that organization and I say to myself, you have Pat Mahomes, generational talent. Travis Kelce's aging. On Sunday, he played a hell of a game. It wasn't for that fumble, they might have beaten the Eagles, okay? I mean, you can't just blame him for doing that, but he made some other big catches. But yeah, they go 0-3, they're finished. They're as much as finished. But they win that game, they're back in business. Go get another receiver. Get Mahomes help. Get a deep threat. We talk about Tyreek Hill, getting Tyreek Hill. Get someone who's going to give him a threat down the field so he can stretch the field out a little bit. Like, you can't depend on Pat Mahomes every game to run and scramble and make plays.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes has totally been carrying this team through 2 weeks.
100%.
They've played 2 playoff teams, Chargers and obviously the defending
100%.
champs, Eagles. Mahomes has put the team on his back, and I think people fail to realize, like, the defense has played good. They've played good enough
to win.
Mahomes, when he gets Xavier Worthy back and he gets Rashee Rice back, 2 probably top 20 receivers in the NFL, 25, whatever, you can debate it. This team still has Super Bowl potential, but
Can't go be 0-3, 0-4, Alec.
I still think they're going to win the Super Bowl, but the thing is, they got to beat the Giants on Sunday. That's a must-win because you have Xavier Worthy, who's probably going to come back. Got to win that game in New York in prime time.
They should.
Then the week after, you play the Baltimore Ravens, which is going to be another huge test. They might get blown out if they play like they do right now, or it could be a gutsy DNA win. But this team, I think they've got to be above 500 when Rashee Rice comes back. They have 6 weeks until he comes back. So if they're 4-2, if somehow they win 4 straight games, or I guess if they're 3-3,
They're still alive.
I think they'll be fine. I still think they have a chance to win the division. They've just got to sweep the Broncos since they already split with the Chargers. Sweep the Broncos, sweep the Raiders, and then you got to win the one in Kansas City against the Chargers because that counted as a Chargers home game, I believe. But yeah, definitely not dead on the Chiefs yet. So,
but again, like you want these guys to make the playoffs, but at the end of the day, they're playing teams that are like they're gonna play the Baltimore Ravens. That's not a walkover. And with the weapons they have, they can't play catch-up football anymore. They can't right now. And do they have a chance to win the Super Bowl? Yeah, but as we've talked about for the last 2 weeks, the top 2 teams in the AFC right now, as far as I'm concerned, and you can throw the Chargers as number 3, are the Bills and Ravens. They're the teams to beat, man. They're the teams to beat. They're all around solid, from quarterbacks to running backs, offensive, defensive lines. They're solid. They're deep. Linebackers, like I just don't see Casey right now in that situation. But like again, we've been proven wrong in January a lot of times.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on from that, the Chiefs, obviously. Who would you say are the top 3 teams in the AFC right now? Because obviously you don't have the
Chiefs.
Said it. So who would you say?
Bills number 1. I would say Baltimore Ravens number 2, and I'd say right now number 3 would be the Chargers.
You'd
right
say the
now,
Chargers number 3. Okay.
And again, Chargers is a scary 3 because we've seen what he's done in the playoffs. I mean, but right now, I mean, he's looked elite last 2 weeks. Really good.
Justin Herbert, yeah.
He looks really good.
They
got weapons, Alec, and they have a great we watched that game on Monday night. I know it was the Raiders, but those DBs were reading every play and pass that Geno Smith was making is actually ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I've said in the past, Jesse Minter, he's probably going to be an head coach come next
100%.
year. Came with Jim Harbaugh from Michigan to LA. He's got guys that aren't household names playing elite. The DBs are on everything. Cam Hart, Tareeb Still, Derwin James, obviously. He's been elite his whole career. But the Chargers, yeah, they're kind of this team, though, that you look at, and they always look good in the regular season, and then they crumble in the playoffs. Maybe with Jim Harbaugh, that was just one fluky year where they flamed out versus an injured Texans team. Yep. But we'll see what they have when it comes to December and January football for sure. But, yeah, I think Buffalo and Baltimore look the best right now. But
right now,
if the Chiefs are able to get into the playoffs, there's no way.
You don't want to play them. You won't want to play them.
There's just no way if the Chiefs get in the playoffs, I would pick Lamar and Josh Allen to beat Mahomes again, just based off what we've seen for the last 5 years. So you just really can't base anything off of what you don't know.
100%.
So through 2 weeks, what was your preseason Super Bowl prediction? And through 2 weeks, from what you've seen, we kind of get a good feel on these teams now. What would you change your Super Bowl prediction to? I had Chiefs Rams. I'm going to stick with it. I'm not panicking that the Chiefs are 0-2. The Rams have looked really good. They've got the Eagles this week, which will be a big test to see what they look like. But who would you...
I said, I know he was laughing at me. I think the Bills this year, the strongest team. And Josh Allen's always been on a mission. As I said before, he's never lost a playoff game for his team. It's like he went out and threw a dud. Maybe the Cincinnati game, but I still wouldn't blame him. I mean, they couldn't do anything wrong right that game. But any other game he's played against Pat Mahomes has been great. Yeah. So I would say the Bills and Eagles right now. But on the NFC side, as we've spoken about, you're right. I think the Eagles... and I think the Green Bay Packers are very elite, and I would put LA number 3 because as we said before, I could see LA I mean, I'm sorry. I could see Philadelphia going into Green Bay and winning, and vice versa. Green Bay going into Philly winning. I don't see the Rams going into a cold field in January and beat those guys. But if we talked before, if they get home field, different story. But that's my take. I'd say right now Buffalo and Eagles repeat again.
So that's what I said preseason. I said the Rams, if they want to make the Super Bowl, they got to have home field advantage because you don't want to go to Philly. You don't want to go to Green Bay in that cold, frigid weather in mid to late January for an NFC championship or something like that. If they can play it through LA, I think they can beat any team in the NFC and any team in the league, to be honest.
There are lots of weapons.
But, they look good. Devontae Adams, Matthew Stafford already have a connection. Puka Nacua obviously is amazing. Kyron Williams, they got a good O-line. The defense just keeps getting better. So I like that on the Rams so far. But I want to ask you about two teams. First up, the Washington Commanders. They pretty much, even the score didn't really tell. They got embarrassed by the Packers last Thursday on Thursday Night Football. So you were big on Jaden Daniels, his rookie year. Superstar, you called him. You said he was going to be all this, and it looks like he has a little slump to start. He's got the knee injury now, but he didn't play the best versus the Giants, and he didn't play good, really, versus the Packers. Do you think this is going to be like just a slump year and then he's going to be back to being an elite quarterback, or do you think he's going to kind of pick up the pace now and still lead the Commanders to a playoffs, maybe a playoff win?
I rated him as a top 10 quarterback, as we talked about before, after what he did last year. I mean, you can't really deny that. But what I've seen in the first 2 weeks, and we watched the games, and even the announcer was saying, like, those are basic passes he was missing. His reads, holding the ball too long, not trying to. He's mobile. He can move out of the pocket.
He wasn't using his legs.
He wasn't using his legs. And like you watch the top quarterbacks, we talk about again, like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Man, they use their legs to get out of trouble, and he didn't. And the same thing I said also about who's the other guy I talked about? I said that same thing about Caleb Williams. Same thing. They're disappointing. They're just disappointing right now. I hope it's a sophomore jinx, but as we speak right now, I hope it's not a regression. But we'll wait another 1 or 2 weeks, and I can give you a fair assessment. But right now, I'm concerned a bit.
Mm-hmm. The second, I agree with everything you said there. The second team I want to ask you about is the Indianapolis Colts. They thumped the Dolphins week 1. And then they beat the Broncos on that flag at the end of the game. They kick it, but they were in a competitive game with a team that was in the playoffs, well coached by Sean Payton. The defense has looked good. Daniel Jones has looked good, which is really the bright spot. So, number one, did the Colts make the right decision benching Anthony Richardson for Daniel Jones? Is it too early to say that? And number two, how far can the Colts go from the first 2 games that you've seen? Number one, is this the right decision now that Daniel Jones looks like this?
Right now, as we've spoken about, yes, because they're 2-0. Daniel Jones looks rejuvenated. He's making good decisions. His legs are unbelievable, too. He's mobile, and he's making dart passes. Like, the passes he's making are, like, legit, like a premier quarterback, and it's the right decision right now. And can they make the playoffs and make noise? Yes. You know why? Like, their defense is making plays right now. This is one of those surprise teams that we always have every year. That you're saying, wow, they got everything going on. I mean, can it continue? We'll see. I mean, right now you can't say no.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is having one of these Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield resurgences where they were drafted to rotten organizations, the Jets, the Giants, and the Browns. They found their new home. They found a stable coach in Kevin O'Connell.
Good systems.
Todd Bowles, Shane Steichen. And these guys have revived them. They've put them in a comfortable offense. Daniel Jones has a good O-line. He's got who looks like a top 5 running back again, Jonathan Taylor, running around like a beast. They have a good receiving core, not a standout one, kind of like the Packers. They got Alec Pierce,
just
Michael Pittman,
A.D.
Mitchell, Tyler Warren, who's been phenomenal out at Penn State. And the defense, they're getting turnovers. They're making plays. Yep. That's all they need, and they're putting Daniel Jones in a very good position. I got to credit Shane Steichen for the play calling. He's not making Daniel Jones be too extra. Quick passes, quick reads, used legs when needed. Because the problem with Daniel Jones was he took stupid sacks and he turned the ball over way too much.
Try to make too many plays, create plays which you couldn't. But again, yes, coaches put you in the right position, Alec. But at the end of the day, you got to execute. Yeah. Like, the coach can always say, here's what I want you to do. It's up to the quarterback. What he's doing right now is making the right read and making the right pass. And they're very good, smart decisions. I'm impressed. Like, I hope it does continue because it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, the Colts could honestly just win the division.
I
over
think
the
so. I mean, the Texans are looking
Jags.
not that great right now.
Yeah, I think the Jags are like more likely to
Yeah.
compete than the Texans as it looks right now. But I don't want to rule out Stroud, even though that he's gonna have a down year. It looks like.
Yeah, it was not that great of a game on Monday night.
Yeah. So to second that, speaking about another team, I'm going to go the J.J. McCarthy route. He played his first game in Chicago. Brutal first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter absolutely lit it up and turned on for the Vikings. Sunday night against the Falcons, James Pierce got at him. Jalen Walker got at him. All these rookies for the Falcons. Xavier Watts, third-round pick out of Notre Dame with an interception. J.J. McCarthy, does he need more time to develop? And if Carson Wentz is good here with McCarthy being out a couple weeks, do they sit McCarthy for the rest of the year? Or do they, when he's healthy, do they keep rolling him out and keep letting him improve on the field? Because the Bills, for example, they did this with Josh Allen. They rolled him out. He was brutal the first couple of years. Then he really heated up. In terms of J.J. McCarthy, I don't want to make this type of comparison, but Bryce Young, they benched him last year for Andy Dalton. As in we're going to keep you as a project and bring you back when you're ready. He came back now and he looks like a bust and he's brutal. I think benching a quarterback once you already commit to them ruins all their confidence. So should the Vikings keep McCarthy on the bench when he's back healthy? Yes or no?
I say no. I'll tell you why. Because just to your point, like you got rid of Kirk Cousins. Okay, you said J.J. McCarthy's our guy, which is fair. Okay, that's a management decision, and they said yeah. He looked okay in the Bears in the first game. Sorry,
in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, but again, he made a lot of rookie mistakes. And in the last game was it Sunday night? He was below average. He made bad decisions, held the ball too long, bad reads. What, 3 picks, 2 picks?
2 picks and a fumble.
Yeah, so he's not ready for the big stage, in my opinion. But you've stuck with him now. Let's say he comes back in 2 weeks, and they're what 1-3, 1-4. They're basically out. They're out in that division. They're out of the playoffs, basically.
Well, they're out of the division race. Maybe wild card.
Maybe,
at best,
but there's gonna be a lot of good teams there.
One of the Packers or Lions.
You roll with them. You roll with them. See what you have.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I think benching a young quarterback once
Kills
you
them.
commit to them
Kills
being their
them.
starter, it just totally kills them. So.
And you can't say he doesn't have weapons. He has weapons all over the field.
Yeah.
So
there's no
excuse.
Yeah. I think the offensive line isn't helping him as much as they need to, but still there's some plays where you watch and you're like, he's got to get better.
He's not reading quick enough what's going on in the field.
Yeah. So we'll go to this last point here. I'm gonna do a would you rather, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do would you rather. Give me a random quarterback, and I'm going to give you names.
Like really a random quarterback, like top tier or like mid tier?
You pick anything.
Okay, so I'm going to make it easy.
You know what? I'll make it easier for you. Would you rather Brock Purdy? Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a bunch of names. You got to tell me who's better.
Yeah.
Brock
who
Purdy
I'd rather,
or this person.
Okay.
Yeah. First up, we'll start low. First up, who would you rather have, Bryce Young or Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy, simple.
Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have Daniel Jones or Brock Purdy?
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now, I would take Daniel Jones.
Okay. Brock Purdy or Sam Darnold?
Brock Purdy.
Why?
Sam Darnold, for me, he had one great year there, but then the last 3 games in Minnesota was a joke. It was embarrassing. So, he's Sam Darnold that's been bumped around the whole league. So, I'll take Brock Purdy right now.
So, would you say you're contradicting yourself by saying you'd rather have Daniel Jones over Brock Purdy? Because Daniel Jones has literally had 2 good games.
Yeah, but 2 really good games, and he's rejuvenated himself. And we'll see, maybe at the end of the year, I'll give you a different comment right now. But as you're saying right now, I would take Daniel Jones. He's a better playmaker right now than Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy manages games. Brock Purdy doesn't win you games. Daniel Jones is winning games.
Fair. Kyler Murray or Brock Purdy?
I don't like Kyler Murray. Brock Purdy.
Trevor Lawrence or Brock Purdy? Are you out on Trevor Lawrence or are you in?
I'm not. Yeah, Alec, I'm not. I thought Trevor Lawrence would be a superstar. He's just okay. No, I'd take Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Okay. Would you rather? Let's see how high you are on Brock Purdy. Would you rather Michael Penix or Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy.
Really?
I don't like him either.
You don't like Penix either?
No. I'm not high on him.
Would you rather Drake May or Brock Purdy?
I like Drake May better. I think Drake May has a lot of upside, and now he's got a right coaching staff, and they're putting pieces around him. I think Drake May is. I told you this before. I think he's gonna be. I said this before. That class, he's a top quarterback. I like him a lot.
Baker Mayfield or Brock Purdy?
Oh, Baker Mayfield right now.
By far?
Yeah, look what he's doing, Alec.
Dak Prescott or Brock Purdy?
Dak Prescott.
Jared Goff or Brock Purdy?
Jared Goff.
Okay. Before we end off here, what is your week 3 coming up? What is your biggest lock of the week? Spread, straight up, anything. You can pull it up.
I'm going to tough game because I looked at it already today.
Okay. Let me know.
I'm going to right now. Give me a second here.
There's a lot of options. You said you like the Bills tomorrow.
Yeah, Bills that's a lock of the year, but I mean, you have to put
11.5 lock of the year.
Yeah, that's lock of the year. They're going to destroy them at home. It's not gonna be funny. It's not gonna be funny.
Tua or Brock Purdy, by the way.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Kidding me? Okay. So the upset of the week and best game I like. You know what?
Okay. Do you know what? Give me an upset. Give me an upset.
Okay, the upset I could see happening, the Rams beating the Eagles in Philly. You know why? Exactly your point. That one and the other game I could see a big upset happen. I could see the Texans going into Jacksonville and beating Jacksonville.
I mean, it's technically an upset, yeah.
Yeah, because they're favored.
Yeah, some people think the Texans are consensusly the better team, but yeah, I like that. Texans.
Oh! Here's my biggest one of the week. I know you're gonna hate me for this. 4.5 points for the Lions in Baltimore. I'll take the Lions all day long with the points.
Why?
Because the Lions are good, Alec. They're one game away from the Super Bowl. They have a great team, and they showed me last week they can win. And so you're wrong. I know you're a Baltimore Ravens guy. I like the Baltimore Ravens too, but they've never done anything to win the big game for me. So I will take the Lions Sunday, and you're gonna cry about it.
No, that's Monday night, but
or Monday night, yeah, you're gonna cry about it. Just like I told you, Casey's gonna lose the Eagles.
Sure, the Ravens they win. Like the Ravens win.
They're losing that game Sunday.
Sorry, the Ravens lose big playoff games in the regular season. The Ravens are the most unstoppable team in the league.
We'll see on Sunday night,
Monday night.
We'll see. I'm telling you, there's my lock. The
Baltimore.
Detroit Lions will cover the 4.5 points. And I'm an 85% chance sure they can win that game as well. But 4.5 points is a lock.
Tell me why you think the Lions can beat the Ravens in all honesty.
I told
at
you
home, in prime time, with the Ravens defense, with Lamar, with Derrick Henry. Why can the Lions go in there and beat the Ravens?
Because their coach them well. They play for them. Their defense is a big-time defensive team. They can make big plays. And you saw on offense what they did last week on offense. They're just as explosive as Baltimore, Alec.
That was a home game, though.
Doesn't matter. I don't care.
And the Ravens defense.
If it's wintertime and snowing, different story, but not right now. The Lions can win that game, and I know Jay Price will love me for that.
Okay. So you got the Rams upsetting, you got the Texans upsetting, you got the Lions covering, and
4.5.
Bills is a lock.
Bills a lock, 11.5. The Bills, the score will be, you can mark my words, will be something like, they'll put 5. So I would say 38-10.
You think they hang almost 40 on them?
100%. The Bills don't let up at home.
Should Mike McDaniel be fired?
And so should the GM. And I just think the culture's wrong there. I think they have a good core of players. I think they're good enough on defensive side of the ball and offensive side of the ball. I just think right now, and the scary part is Tua. For me, I feel bad for the guy. I know he's trying to work hard. He's one hit away from being done, probably.
He is.
And it's sad.
We've known that for a year.
Yeah, so I'm sure it plays through his head every day.
For sure. Before we end off here, one last thing. Give us your top, let's say top 7 quarterbacks in the league.
In order?
In order.
In order.
Oh, you're
going to hate me, but here we go. Okay.
All right. I have names pulled up for you.
This is no, I don't need names. I know what I'm talking about. As of right now, okay, I would say number one quarterback in the NFL you got to say this is Pat Mahomes. Okay. Right. Number 2 is Josh Allen. Number 3 is Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Number 4 is Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Number 5 is probably Herbert.
let me just float some names. So just like
I got it.
So no. So you're refreshed, okay? Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Lamar. You already said. Daniels, Stroud, Hurts, Stafford, Herbert.
Okay, so then my next two are going to be
Love, Mayfield.
Hurts, and Love.
5 Herbert.
6 Hurts.
6 Hurts.
And 7 Love.
7 Love. Okay, yeah. So
I've left out Stafford. I've left out
Daniels.
Goff. I left out Daniels.
Stroud.
Yes.
Okay. Prescott left out.
So I might be able to throw. Give
me top 10 then. After Love, who do you have? Daniels, Stafford,
Prescott
after Love.
Yeah, Daniels.
9 Daniels. You think Prescott's better than Daniels?
Right now, yes. What I've seen, I don't like what I've seen.
Okay, so who would number 10 be? Goff, Stroud, Stafford. Stafford?
Stafford. Has to be Stafford.
10, Stafford.
The only guy I would say I'm regretting leaving out of there.
Mayfield?
Yes, would be Mayfield, but
you think Mayfield's better than Stroud, even though they just went up against each other?
Yes.
On Monday?
Yes.
You think Mayfield's better than Stroud?
Right now, yes.
So honorable mentions would be Baker
and Stroud. Goff and Stroud. That would be my 3 honorable mentions. But the top 4 for sure.
Okay, interesting.
I know you might hate this. I might even flip Burrow over Lamar.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. I just wish Burrow could be healthy and we could see what he could do. Honestly, because last year, I'm telling you right now, KC made sure they destroyed Denver because they did not want to see Cincy in the playoffs, buddy.
For like consensus rankings, because everybody debates Burrow, Allen, Lamar because Burrow hasn't been healthy and then Allen and Lamar,
100%.
they've been going at it. We need to see Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen or Lamar in the playoffs.
I agree 100%.
Because I think Burrow, obviously, he went to the Super Bowl, but if Lamar or Allen can beat him, I think it's consensus then that they're better now. Burrow went to the Super Bowl.
If Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson get to the Super Bowl this year, which I think, I already said this before, one of them will. I think it's Josh Allen. They will be in the conversation.
With Mahomes?
Yes, because you know why? I'll tell you why. Because Mahomes been their kryptonite, but once you beat them once, then you figured it out. That if they win twice, you can't say they're not better than Mahomes.
What if Lamar or Allen go to the Super Bowl without beating Mahomes?
They're still in the conversation.
Matter?
They go to the Super Bowl, Alec. It doesn't matter. That means Mahomes wasn't good enough to win that year. It's the way it is. Quarterbacks in my whole lifetime, and guys that are my age, I'm 52, can judge me, as like I say, are judged by their greatness of winning Super Bowls, not records. And I can give you 4 or 5 examples of that. Dan Marino, until John Elway won a Super Bowl. Beth Roethlisberger until he won a Super Bowl. Who else?
Drew Brees?
Yeah, Breeze and
Mannings, you said?
The Mannings, so they won. Yeah, it's like, they're great, but they're not as good as Troy Aikman. They're not as good as Joe Montana, Steve Young, Brett Favre. So they're judged. I'm not saying it's right. It's just they're judged on Super Bowl wins.
Yeah.
Like Jim Kelly's an amazing quarterback for 4 years. He went to the Super Bowl. They didn't win one. You can't say he's terrible, but people are saying he's not better than Troy Aikman. He's not better than Phil Simms, who beat him. He's not better than the Mannings that won. Like, just the way it is. Even though he had ridiculous years, 4 years.
So say the Bills go to the Super Bowl and they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen doesn't face Mahomes, but say he beats like the Texans who win the division, and then he faces the Ravens. He beats Lamar again, okay? Mm-hmm. And he beats whoever he plays in the Super Bowl in the NFC. Doesn't matter. He beats the Eagles, Rams, Commanders, Lions. Are you fine with saying that Josh Allen himself is better than Mahomes, even though he didn't go through him and beat him head-to-head after Allen's loss to Mahomes 4 years in a row?
Yeah, okay, I'll ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. I agree with that, but I'm going to say to you this question. Those games that Josh Allen lost to Pat Mahomes, was he the reason he lost the game?
No, that's where Joey and Jay's point come in.
He was never
quarterbacks aren't a winning stat, they say. I think majority of winning obviously comes from your quarterback because no team's been successful without a quarterback.
100%.
But Josh Allen, sure.
Perfect. 2 of the games are perfect he played. 2 are perfect.
Most of the games.
His defense and his coach screwed him over.
Haven't been his fault. But at the same time, can you be that great to lift your team up and just make that one extra
He
play
did.
that puts them over the edge.
What happened is he gave the other team time. It's not his fault. The coach mismanaged, and his defense couldn't make one damn stop. It's not his fault. He did his job. No. If he wins a Super Bowl, he's in the conversation with Pat Mahomes. End of story. I mean, he's got, what, 3 Mahomes?
2019.
Yeah, 3.
And then back-to-back, yeah.
Okay, so guess what? He wins 1, he's in the conversation. He wins 2, then you compare 100%. Is Lamar the pinnacle right now? Yes, he is. But you get these, like if Lamar or Josh Allen can win back-to-back or 2 or 3 years, they're in the conversation, man. You can't name many quarterbacks that have won 2 Super Bowls or more in the NFL.
The only quarterbacks with Super Bowls that are active in the NFL right now is Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Mahomes,
That's it.
Stafford, and Hurts.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That shows you how hard it is to win the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just think right now, I mean, and you're right. If KC gets in the playoffs, it doesn't matter if they're going into Buffalo or they go into
They
Baltimore.
can win anywhere. We've seen they beat Baltimore and they beat Buffalo both away.
100%, buddy. So, like, you're right. No one wants to see them in the playoffs, just like they didn't want to see Cincinnati last year in the playoffs. So, you're right. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens, and we'll see. Some good stories to see what's going to happen this year in the Super Bowl.
So, for you with Mahomes, all time, do you rank Mahomes right behind Brady right now? Number 2 all time?
Number 2 all time.
Like, he's better than Peyton Manning.
Yes, I would.
Better than Rodgers.
Yes.
Better than Joe Montana.
Right there. I put Joe Montana there. I put Steve Young there, man. Those guys they're unbelievable. In my time, they're unbelievable. Troy Aikman was unbelievable. Like, they did some special things, man. And same thing what Mahomes has done. Like, so yeah, he's right. Tom Brady's the GOAT, but they're like, we might see another one come soon. We'll see. There's some great quarterbacks in the NFL.
We'll see what happens coming up. But
yeah.
That's going to do it for episode 63, the Alec Frengos Show. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.